Hi Upper School students, I am Mrs. Lovejoy and I am the Alumni Relations Coordinator here at the John Cooper School. I want to come on and say thank you so much for participating in this year's Alumni Panel. I also want to say thank you to our wonderful panelists who will be joining us from all over. Thank you to our moderators for leading these discussions, and thanks to our upper school administrators, teachers, and faculty for helping to coordinate this event. This year is our first virtual panel, which allows alumni to join from all over the country. So I hope you enjoy these alumni panels, and I look forward to meeting you.
I want to give everyone a chance to kind of give their last words or their last kind of piece of advice, because we're coming up on just a few minutes left in our session today. So if there's something that you wanted to share with the group that you didn't get to say yet, I want to give everyone an opportunity to share those final thoughts and just again to say thank you so much for spending this time with us today. This has been really, really insightful and helpful. So whoever wants to start, I'd love to hear just one final thought from everyone.
One thing that I guess I learned through high school, but what COVID really has taught me, is to be extremely flexible. You have like 3.5 years until you have to step into college, and there's a lot going on between now and then. You'll have so many experiences, so many things that you'll learn. Your friends might change, you might keep the same group of friends, you'll take all these different classes. And never feel like you're cornered into a situation, never feel like you're cornered into a path. Your parents might say like, you need to be a doctor, and your siblings might have been like something completely different. You carve your own path, and you might think you're going to be a lawyer right now, and first year college you might go and be pre-med. Like, be flexible, be open to change, and be open to all these different experiences, because you never know what might come knocking once you're open.
Going off that, I would also say cast a wide net. Whether it's extracurriculars, colleges, like now's your time to really, take a look at everything. And then as you go further along, then that's where you can be more selective. But right now, like, anything's an option. Also, I would say try a sport that you haven't played yet. At some point in high school, for me, senior year, I played soccer. That was one of the best experiences of high school. And do something in the fine arts that you really want to try, but you never really got the chance, or something that might interest you or you have friends in. For me, that was sculpture, and that was a great experience as well. So thank you.
Oh, okay. I would say something I would stress, I guess, is definitely work on your time management now, because it gets harder, I guess, in college, because there's no one, like Jason said before, there's no one to keep you in check but yourself. And especially during COVID, like with all these virtual classes, it's a lot harder to get distracted or lose motivation. So just making sure that you're just working on your time management. I know, like, with all the extracurriculars, make sure you do those. So, because building up your extracurriculars does teach you time management in a lot of different ways, like playing sports, doing art, being on some sort of board. It helps you figure out how to organize yourself. You can make your mistakes like all through high school when it comes to time management, because when you get to college, you have to find a system like that works for you. I'd say. So I think working on your time management all through your high school. It doesn't have to be perfect by senior year, because I know mine wasn't. I didn't figure mine out until I think sophomore year of college, what works for me. So I think just figuring out certain things that do work, or trying different ways to manage your time, is definitely something you should work at during high school.
So, but let me just say that definitely what Tech A and Spencer and Bobby have all said, cast your net wide, work on your skills in terms of organization, but try to be the best at everything you do. If you make a commitment to something, whether it's a club, an academic, do the best that you can in that club, because you may not be the most amazing doctor or the most amazing lawyer because there are people that I feel like you'll in this life that will always be amazing, but do the best that you can in that field, whatever it is, and you will learn so much and get so much out of that opportunity that maybe it's a realization about yourself, nothing to do with the actual work that you're doing. Maybe it's important skills that you can apply to other concepts in other classes or other clubs, but try to apply yourself and take chances and make yourself vulnerable in that regard, whether it's academics, like submitting something for peer review, whether it's joining a club where you can be scrutinized by other people. Just put yourself out there and take the lumps, enjoy life, but try to learn as much as you can from whatever you do.
And one last thing to echo that, there's knowledge in failure too. If apply yourself fully, but if at the end of the day you realize I don't like it or I'm not good at it, that's okay. That's just as valuable as being extremely good at it.
You all are incredibly wise. I was taking notes on your final little nuggets there. So thank you so much. That was really, really informative for all of us. And too bad.
I'm interested, we've talked a little bit about college. So what were some things that you felt that you really have been able to leverage at college because of your experiences at Cooper? And I'm hearing there were some academic experiences and mentorships that you had with the teachers here. Are there some things that you would advise the sophomores to start doing if they haven't, or to kind of lean into as they look forward to their junior and senior years?
Yeah, so I can kind of speak to that. Going back off of the last question, I do kind of wish that I had pursued more of like a growth mindset in sophomore year. I think a lot of the times I tried to, maybe go at things alone. And then it was only after sophomore year that I realized, the teachers at Cooper are incredibly helpful. They want you to succeed. And it's super important that you take advantage of that. And you go visit them, email them, ask them questions, and make sure that you're focused on actually understanding the material and not just memorizing for a test. It's not about how you perform, but what you learn, I think, is something that I wish I had focused more on in sophomore year. But now, having reflected on that, I go to office hours regularly with professors, and you'll notice that your professors in college also want to help you. And so Cooper kind of mirrors that experience in the way that, professors set aside time to help you succeed. So definitely take advantage.
That's great. Thank you, John. Anyone else want to add to that?
Yeah, I just want to echo the importance of cultivating a relationship with your teachers at Cooper. The teachers and staff are arguably the best resource at Cooper, at least they were for me. Not just because, like Sean was saying, they will kind of go the extra mile to make sure that you understand if you have this kind of mutually benefiting relationship, but when the time does come, your junior or senior year, and you're, wondering who to ask for letters of recommendation or another set of eyes on your college essay or, whatever, a lot of those things are less awkward if you kind of have a natural pre-existing relationship with your teachers. And I can't push that enough. Definitely do that. And a lot of times, especially at Cooper, the teachers themselves are also faculty sponsors for other clubs, so a lot of times it's kind of a gateway to expanding what it is that you're interested at Cooper. I definitely recommend it for that reason as well.
That's great. Thank you for that.
But for our panel, wanted to get some final thoughts from you all in terms of advice for our juniors at the moment. Any words of wisdom that you can share with our juniors as they start this process of the college search, finding the right fit or finding the right college for themselves? And so, any advice that you would like to share with them? And anyone want to go first?
I can go.
Okay.
I think one thing that I thought about a lot as I was starting to apply to colleges was like, I knew that Stanford was going to be a long shot. So it kind of wasn't the only place that I allowed myself to like fall in love with a little bit. Because in the end, I think that the main experience that everyone gets out of college is just like incredible growth, both academically and like personally. And I feel like there's a lot of colleges all over the US and the world that can like help you find that experience. So yeah, I feel like my advice is like, don't limit yourself in terms of like being super focused on maybe one place. Like, I think it's really good to be putting effort into seeing yourself like in multiple places. And also one other thing is just like, college is kind of like 4 years of your life where you get to choose. Like, I think this was advice someone gave me on an alumni panel, but college is like 4 years of your life where you get to pick where you want to live, like anywhere in the world. So really kind of take that into account when you're like trying to decide where you want to go.
Thank you.
I would say my advice for Cooper students like starting to apply for colleges, don't be off-put if it seems like a college's application process is kind of daunting, if it's somewhere you really want to go. I almost didn't apply to Oxford because it had a very rigorous application process, even though I really liked the college, but it almost put me off. But you know, the application process is a few months and the college is going to be like several years of your life, and potentially open up like a lot of opportunities for you. So if there is somewhere you're really like interested in going, but the application is putting you off, like try to like look past that, and like, you know, obviously don't take on more than you can handle, but also don't let a scary application stop you from going somewhere that you think you would really love.
Thank you, Kate. Bobby.
Okay, I had all these ideas and then, okay, they're gone. Hold on. Maybe can you come back to me, please?
Okay, no problem, no problem. Okay. Brian.
We have some good Q&A questions in the Q&A section that we haven't answered. But for my advice to students, I would say it's not exactly related to the application process, but appreciate the time you have here at Cooper, because it's a really great opportunity to be at Cooper, and I really love the college experience, but it is very dramatically different from high school, and I really enjoyed my time in high school, and just appreciate what you have, and appreciate your community and those around you, and be excited to start something new in college.
Great. Thank you, Brian.
I'm ready now. Maybe I should say it before I forget.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right, Abby.
Okay. I guess I would say that one thing to think about when it comes to like college applications and then beyond is that everything is a journey. So if you focus a lot on like the final outcome of like, I want to get into this specific school, and like you stress yourself out all day because the percentage of getting in is super low, like you thinking about that is not going to get you into the school. But you like focusing on all your classes and turning in every assignment and studying really hard for all your tests, and then doing things that you actually like, not just things that look good on your resume, because if you do things you love, the passion is going to show through in those activities, and that's when you'll start excelling in them. And so I'd say just like, don't be so focused on like the end goal or like the end place you're trying to be. Just focus more on like the day-to-day and like your everyday goals and like the little things, because those will pile up into like a successful overall process. Oh, and yeah, actually no. Well, I was going to answer the question in the chat, but I don't know if we're doing that later, so I just sorry.
We're gonna get there. Erin, any words of wisdom?
I would say in terms of college applications, I would say the thing that helped me was, as Michelle said, staying super organized and on top of everything, but also like, even though I knew that I wanted to go to Vanderbilt, I kind of applied to a bunch of other places assuming that I wouldn't get in. So like I just pretended like that didn't even exist. And so then I focused and tried to see myself in other places, and also having a lot of backup plans because like it's always good to have a safe choice. And then, but more importantly, I would say, I think I stressed out like way too much, and like everything will work out. And as everyone always says, like you can be happy in so many different places, and that even if I didn't get into Vanderbilt, I would have been happy and had like a basically similar college experience somewhere else. And so I would just say, don't worry, it'll work out.
Awesome. Thank you, Erin.
I think this is a great question to kind of end on, and that is, please describe your college experience in 3 words. So, panelists, 3 words, your college experience.
Okay, I think I got something. Unpredictable was the first one. Pretty challenging and a lot of fun. Yeah.
I'll lead with unpredictable as well. Goofy is another word I'll use. And lovely, like it's just lovely.
Yeah, I'm a computer science major, so I'm not very good with words. But yeah, let's see. Sure, unpredictable. At some points, maybe uncomfortable, as you said before. But then there's just fun. Yeah, they were fun nights, and you always remember some nights.
I will also lead with unpredictable, but as we've talked about in this panel, unpredictable does not mean bad. So definitely unpredictable. I think just possibility. College is full of possibilities, and it's just wonderful. That's not the best word to describe college, but I mean, it's wonderful. It's been a great time, so.
All right, panelists, thank you so much for everything, all these wise words of wisdom, and I hope our seniors will really take to heart the messages that you guys have had to say. So we cannot thank you enough, and we hope, especially once things return back to normal after the pandemic, you'll be able to come visit us once again. We miss you all very, very much.